Ever wonder why your old Zenith clicks on at 3 a.m.? Down here in the Ozarks, there's a signal that doesn't come from any tower. They call it the White River Ghost. It SAUHF bleed that only hits when the fog is thick enough to swallow your truck. Some say it's a glitch. I say it's a schematic from the other side. We're intercepting that signal in the garage. Pulling tech out of the landfill and giving it a second soul. The corporate world wants you to buy new. We want you to be the fix. Stay tuned, ... if you can find the frequency. This ghost signal, it's more than just static. It's a whisper on the airwaves, a remnant of something forgotten. We've been tracking it for months, logging every flicker, every distorted frame. It started with a discarded television set I found by the roadside, a relic from an era when things were built to last. When I plugged it in, I expected nothing. But then, in the dead of night, it flickered to life. No antenna, no cable, just this strange pulsing pattern on the screen, synced perfectly with the ebb and flow of the river fog. At first, I thought it was interference, maybe a ham radio operator bouncing signals off the bluffs. But the patterns were too complex, too intentional. They looked like circuit diagrams almost. So I started building. I pulled components from old VCRs, salvaged capacitors from busted radios, anything I could find. My workbench became an altar to obsolete technology. Each piece of solder, each carefully connected wire, was an attempt to decipher this phantom broadcast. Was it a message? A blueprint? Or just the electronic ghost of a bygone age, echoing through the valley? Some of the old-timers around here have stories. They talk about strange lights over the dam, about radios turning on by themselves and playing music that hasn't been heard in 50 years. They say the river holds memories, and sometimes, when the conditions are just right, those memories bleed through. I'm not just fixing old electronics. I'm trying to build a receiver for those memories, a device that can tune into the past. It's a crazy idea, I know. But out here, where the nights are dark and the fog is thick, you start to believe that not everything can be explained by a user manual. This isn't about nostalgia. It's about reclamation. It's about seeing the potential in what others throw away. That old tube amp, that dusty shortwave radio, they're not junk. They're vessels. They have a history, a soul. And with a little work, a little patience, you can bring that soul back to life. You can make it sing again. This project, this White River Ghost, is the ultimate test of that philosophy. We're building a bridge between the discarded and the divine, using nothing but landfill parts and a signal from nowhere. So keep watching. We're getting closer. And what we find might just change how you look at that old, forgotten television in your attic. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to follow the signal.